One skip. I am. You're not, and I am. Guys, how you doing? Thank you, as always, for making me part of your day. I so appreciate that. Guys, it cut me off. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip, and you aren't. And I am. I am. Guys. Please, I forgot to tell you, can you please check, like, subscribe, and share, and make sure that you're still subscribed. If you think you're subscribed, if you wish to be subscribed, please just make sure that you're subscribed. Thank you, guys. Let's get on with the video. I hope that I give you something to think about, laugh about, just something better. Hopefully, I'm leaving something better than what was there, or at least not leaving it worse than what was there. Fair enough? Fair enough. Guys, I've gotten a couple of you that don't like me at all because you said, Toddy, are you going to review the Gypsy Rose book? One of you even wrote and said that she only had one good review. She only had 1-star review on Goodreads, and the book isn't even released yet. Guys, you know that I don't have time to read Gypsy Rose's book, to be honest with you. There's like a million books that I would much rather read. And it's all lies upon lies upon lies upon lies upon lies. So it's a work of fiction that, she didn't write. She didn't write it. Somebody was a ghostwriter for it. And it's just going to be all full of bad fiction. Bad fiction. So the only possible way that I could read her book per se is if she fucking read it to me, guys. Like, oh, what a curse that is. I am willing to do that for you guys, but we got to do something fun if I'm going to do that. If I'm going to have her read to me, oh God, guys. I'll do it. I'll go through each chapter with you. Break it down. I can't let you hear it, obviously. And do you really want to? I don't want to. Why don't you guys do it and come on the channel and read each chapter or talk about each chapter? Anyway, I'll do that. But we got to think of something fun that's going to balance out that. All right? So, fair enough. Okay. Well, Bree has decided she's going to get off social media. Dun, 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 for 1 week. And I don't usually jump on Bree. And I'm not going to jump on Bree. I don't know Bree. But I don't agree with her. Clearly, I don't agree with her. And I had listened to her saying she was going to jump off social media. I think Night Convos did something that they covered that. Night Convos, KNIGHT, capital CONVOS, Night Convos. Hubby's here. You know who I'm talking about, guys, right? And Sweetie Pie, isn't that? Sweetie Pie and Hubby's here. Guys, so I watched this and I thought, like, we're all making up lies about Gypsy. All of us are? Like, all of us are just out to get her? Why? Why would all of us be out to get Gypsy Rose Blanchard? When actually, the majority of us felt sorry for her. And felt like what she did was, who am I to say justified, but more or less, like understandable. Understandable? And it's because of Gypsy's behavior, Bree, that has made us change our minds. That's what's happened here. You know what I'm saying? So, I would like to say that as much as you think that one content creator made that spin around, that's not what happened. People started watching Gypsy, and then they started looking for like-minded people. And that's what happened to me. And according to a lot of the people in my community, that's what's happened to them as well, right? So that's what's happened, Bree. But I want to go through your video, if you don't mind. Let's just talk about some stuff. And I'd love to talk with you. If you could talk with me without raising your voice and yelling at me, which I'm not saying you do that, but I don't do it either, okay? So let's talk about this video a little bit. Listen up, guys.
When I first started making videos, this wasn't even about Gypsy. I didn't know Gypsy then. We weren't friends. This was about exposing someone's lies that I saw was causing people to invalidate Gypsy's abuse.
Bree, why do you think that what Gypsy's telling you is the truth? Why does that make sense to you? At this point, the medical records have come out. At this point, so much has come out. You see the size of Dee Dee. What could Dee Dee do? Each day you turn around, there's more and more stuff being shown, being looked over, it's being treated like a cold case by people that are catching things that were missed the first time around. And then the same people looking again and finding things over that they missed the first time around. Why do you think that Dee Dee was such a horrible person when there are pictures of Christie's kids with Dee Dee, and they used to call her Aunt Dee Dee, and everybody talks about how Dee Dee was there for them in the whole neighborhood? Why doesn't it matter to you, Bree, that a woman who is deceased, her legacy was ripped from her, and people are supposed to view her as some sort of monster when the monster, in my opinion, is your friend? There are text messages. She could have left, Bree. She could have left, and she didn't. So who's saying things? People are finding things out because of Gypsy's poor behavior, and we're calling her out on it, and you're acting like that stuff's not there or that it doesn't matter. And I'd like to understand how you see this, and you say, yeah, that doesn't matter. Gypsy was abused, and yeah, she was used and abused by her mom. You know how old Gypsy was. You know that Gypsy was running around with a guy. You know that Gypsy knew how old she was. Come on. Let's listen more. Let's listen more. Let's listen more.
And it wasn't just about Gypsy. It was about other victims and survivors.
Well, I don't feel like I could speak on the other victims and survivors unless she's talking about Kate Marie. And we all know that Kate Marie is full of shit. And Kate Marie herself has shown us that. So I don't see the lies. I don't see the lies. Even if all of us, Bree, even if all of us got this wrong, we're all basically on the same theory that Gypsy was not ABUSED'd and that she was more in on the grift than she let everybody believe, and there was never a Munchausen by proxy. It was malingering. So even if we all think that, why would we be lying if we all honestly think that? And we all honestly think that. So the math, once again, it's not in Gypsy's favor. It's just not in her favor. It can't be all of us and not her. Those text messages, they say something. Don't they say something? All those lies. The interrogation and how she threw Nick under the bus and said that he took advantage of her. Actually, come on. Bree, you know this. Come on. Imagine that your kid. Imagine that your kid, Nick. Come on.
When Gypsy was being released, I was like, just her story being out there, nothing else but simply her story, is going to help other victims and survivors. It's going to put Munchausen by proxy on the map. And as rare as people might think it is, it's just rarely diagnosed.
Bree, she put it on the map, and it's a big sign with her face on it, and it's a joke. It's gestured Gyps Ahoy is what it is. That's what the flag is. She has legitimately destroyed the views of people that might have Munchausen by proxy if they know the Gypsy Rose story. She can now honestly credit herself with causing doubt in people that can legitimately have that. I just want you to know that, and you should know that. I just can't believe that you don't see this for what it is. And, we can end the video here by me saying, whoever diagnosed Dee Dee with Munchausen by proxy, can you show us that medical record? Because I know that Dee Dee cannot be diagnosed with Munchausen by her lawyer, by Gypsy's lawyer, and she cannot be diagnosed by Munchausen, by having Munchausen. Not Dee Dee, unless she's alive while the diagnosis is being done. And that didn't happen. Now, that's facts. That's science. What do you say about that? She was diagnosed with Munchausen by proxy, allegedly, by her lawyer. Dee Dee was diagnosed with Munchausen by Mike Stanfield, apparently. Come on. There was never a doctor that did it, and that's the only way. She has to be alive for that. What do you say about that? And then you go into give her time, let her show. She's destroyed a man by marrying him to simply get an address to get out on parole. She cheated on him. She lied to him. She used him. She abused him mentally and emotionally by every time him doing anything that was legitimate and concerned to save his marriage. She gaslit him and said, that's the way my mom used to be. That's controlling the way my mom used to be. That was always a trigger. The man never had a chance, and he wasn't meant to have a chance. He was meant to exactly be what he was, used. And you call this person a good person, what she's going to show us. She has plenty of time at this point to have given something back. What has she given back? Show us that. Guys, I'm not going to take Bree's video because I never take anybody's video. You can check it out at Night Convos. You can check it out on Bree's channel. Guys, this is just like, how do you talk to somebody who just doesn't want to see? Tell me, guys. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Thanks, guys.